A pleasant good evening to all. 50 years ago, a great American, in whose symbolic shadow we stand, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who have been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long nights of captivity. But 100 years later, we must face the tragic fact that the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself an exile in his own land. So we have come here today to dramatize the Natalic condition. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to lift our nation from the dark valley of segregation. Now is the time to open the doors of opportunity to all of God's children. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand of racial injustice to the sunlit path of brotherhood.
Dance, dance.
It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment and to underestimate the determination of the Negro. This rotating summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not end until there is invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an end, but a beginning. Those who hope that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will not be content would have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. There will neither be rest nor tranquility in America until the bright day of justice emerges. I am not unmindful that some of you come here from great trials and tribulations. Some of you have come fresh from narrow jail cells. Some of you
Arboleda,
Some of you have come from areas where your quest for freedom left you bottled by the storms of persecution and the winds of police brutality. You have been veterans of creative suffering. Go back to Mississippi. Go back to Alabama. Go back to South Carolina. Go back to Georgia. Go back to the slums and ghettos of our northern cities, knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident. I have a dream that one day, on the red hills of Georgia, the former sons of the slaves and former sons of the slave owners will one day sit at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream today.